So here's the next piece. Men and women fall in love differently. Women make a mental connection, and once that box is full, it pops open, like it fills up and it pops open, and then she makes an emotional connection with you. And once she receives, it's like a bowl, once she receives enough love and it's full, that pops open, and then she drops down and she makes love to you. Well, guys, you don't do it that way, and that's fine. It's actually normal. We actually open up to our heart emotionally through sex. Now, I know right now a lot of women are going, oh, I don't know about that. Yes, we are wired this way. Now, hold on. Here's the good news. I'm going to teach men how to do it the female way first. Because if you do it the male way first, she doesn't get her mental stimulation and emotional fulfillment. Guys, here's the thing, and I'm going to go back to the way the man does it, but I have talked to married woman after married woman after married woman, people who've been married for 10, 15, 20, 25 years who've said, I finally left my husband because he never got it. See, the thing is, ladies, you think he's going to get it. He's not. And no matter what you do, you can't teach it to him because you teach it in what's called the female way. What I have done and what the core of this course is, I figured out a way that no one else has, at least to my knowledge, at least effectively, taught men how to open up to their right brain and learn the internal language and body language and social awareness. Okay? Now, let's see. What was I was going to make a point about that. It was about, how we fall in love. See, the difference is when a man has sex, this is how a man opens up to his emotions. Technically, it's processed in the emotional brain, but we feel it in our heart. What happens for a man is when he makes love and has sex with a woman, after men have an orgasm, there's a chemical which women are very aware of called oxytocin. But for men, it reacts differently. For men, oxytocin acts as a relaxant. Well, here's the thing. The smaller reptilian brain, or near the left and right hemisphere, and then there's the smaller brain underneath. That is in charge of an artery which opens up and allows blood to flow into the larger brain, or it closes down and puts you in fight and flight, which makes us strong. It puts the blood, this blood, into our muscles and makes us stronger so we can run faster and fight stronger. That's why it's called the fight or flight, okay? Well, here's the deal. In order for a man to open up to his right brain, there are some techniques that I teach in my course, and that is what is the key about this course. But other than taking this course, the way a man opens up to his right brain is through sex. After he has an orgasm, oxytocin is released into his bloodstream. And what happens is, when it hits that, basically what oxytocin does is it relaxes us. And women, you know this. After men have sex with you, their body relaxes. And they open up. They go into peripheral vision. Now, they're not conscious of it. Their muscles relax. Their facial muscles relax. And especially when oxytocin hits that artery or that lower brain, it relaxes that artery and allows the blood to flow up into his right brain. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Men make a sexual connection and then they open up emotionally, which is here. So they technically go from left brain to right brain. So women, you're right. Sex is important to men, but you have to understand why. That is the gateway to a man's heart. But men, it is not the gateway to a woman's heart. And this is what I was saying about women that are married for 10, 15, 20 years. Women will wait and hope and pray. I mean, literally, I've had women say, I prayed for 10 years, 15. Okay, so as I was saying, I've met women who have been married for 10, 15, 20, 25 years, and they wait for men to learn how to do this one thing. And that one thing, again, guys, is giving women mental stimulation and giving them what's called love and emotional fulfillment. Now, remember, the challenge is that men receive love when they make love to a woman. So the problem is this. If you do it that way, men will sit there and think, well, the relationship's great. Everything's fine. In fact, on Shine, an article on Shine's yahoo.com, it's a relationship website, and there's also, I found it somewhere else, I can't remember right now, but they were saying that the average man is shocked when his wife divorces him or girlfriend leaves him. He's like, wait a minute. And yet she has seen it. An article said a minimum of 6 months up to 2 years. She knew the relationship was going out the door. Here's why. She's not receiving love. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now. I don't care if you buy her a diamond ring. I don't care if that diamond ring is worth $2 million. I'm dead serious. I could talk to Kobe Bryant right now. That diamond ring he bought was $2 million. That is a momentary sense of wow. But I will teach you a technique that you can literally buy a $12 ring, and she will cherish that ring, and it will give her love and emotional fulfillment. Now, it's not a technique. What I'm going to teach you is how to communicate in a way that she can connect with you mentally and emotionally and receive love. Now, here's what I want to say to women. Guys express their love all the time to you. The problem is men communicate and express their love in the male language. They do it in the male, linear, external way. And I know that that doesn't give you love and emotional fulfillment. In fact, when women take my course, because there's also a course for women to understand men, you will be shocked when you find out how much and how often men love, 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 and give love and express their love from a deep level. Because a lot of women think men don't express their emotions. I'll tell you right now, men express their emotions all the time. But again, the problem is they do it in the left brain way, and it goes right over the female's head, and especially past her heart. So guys, this is why if you're married, or if you're a single guy, or if you're dating, this is so key to giving women love. If you learn how to do this, if you're a single guy, you're going to pick up on women like that. It is so easy, and nobody out there that I know of is teaching this. I had a friend that I've known since I was 7 years old. He flew out here to California about four and a half years ago. And he's like, oh, my life is great. I've got the perfect job. And he had a great job. Not going to go into detail about that, but he had the 2-story home, perfect wife, 2 kids. Everything was great for him. And I told him, I go, well, since you're going to be out here for a week, why don't we spend 3 or 4 days and let me teach you some key stuff? And he goes, no. He goes, didn't you hear me? He goes, everything's great. And I'm like, your wife's going to divorce you within a year or two. And he goes, how could you possibly know that? He called me 2.5 years later, and he goes, you're not going to believe this. She kicked me out. I'm like, I know. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't cheat. He didn't anything. Women nowadays are not waiting 15, 20, and 25 years. Women have their independence and their power. Women are saying, you know what? I don't need you to pay my bills. And that's where we're transferring. We're transferring for where men used to pay the bills and buy the car and pay for everything in exchange for sex and love. Guys, that's gone. That is completely gone. If you want power in your relationship, and this is the form of power that is romantic. It's the form of power. It's relationship power, but it's the form of power that's going to really entice her. It's going to make her heart open up to you and connect with you. She's literally going to surrender to you emotionally, but it has to be done consistently, and it has to be done in the right way. And again, that's what the entire course is about. I can't teach it in a couple quick minute videos. It's not possible. It's pretty in depth, but it's not that in depth. So the message I want to say to women is, I know you have been trying to teach this to men. And again, that's the discovery of my course. I figured out how to open men up to this language, to actually, when you try to teach this to men in the female language, it goes right over their head. So no matter how hard you teach it to them, they're not going to get it.